Hello, I'm Abby O'Neill, and I am going to quickly share my story with you and then give some basic tips and just kind of share with you how I've built my Isagenix business and how I continue to build it 4.5 years later. So I was introduced to Isagenix 4.5 years ago by one of, actually at the time, she was pretty much a stranger. I met a beautiful woman in Aruba named Joanna Cavalcanti, and it was back in 2008. We met at a beach bar, we hung out, we had a great time, exchanged Facebook information, but never ever really spoke again. It would have been 6 or 7 years after that first time we met. I followed her on social media periodically. You know, we follow each other, we follow people, we see what they're up to, we stalk other people. But I noticed she was doing something super awesome. She was positive and excited and helping people live healthier, and there was some type of financial opportunity. I could not figure out what she was doing, but I was really, really interested in it. I didn't like or comment a single post that she shared for well over a year before I finally reached out to her via direct message. I reached out to her because she was consistent on social media, and honestly, she had her first child, and at the time, I had just given birth to my second. And when she was sharing about her journey becoming a mom, and she posted pictures of herself postpartum, and she was about to retire her husband from corporate America, all of these things that she shared were all things that I desperately desired, but was not experiencing for myself. So when I reached out to her, I literally said, "Hey, Joanna, I don't know if you remember me. It's Abby. We met in Aruba. How do I get your life?" And that was what opened up the conversation for her to share Isagenix with me. And at first I was very skeptic of it too. It took me a couple months to say yes. But when I did, I was all in. I knew if these products worked for me, I was absolutely going to pursue whatever this opportunity was that I knew nothing about. I had no network marketing experience or background. I didn't even really know what it was. But when I felt the effects of what Isagenix was, because I was looking for products, I was looking for a lifestyle, I was looking for a way to feel better. And when I did, very quickly, I was like, okay, Joanna, tell me how to do this. How do I do what you've done? And in that moment, I made a commitment to myself. I made a commitment to myself and my family because I saw the vision of what Isagenix could be for my family, because I had been following and watching what Joanna had created. And I knew if she could do it, I must be able to figure out how to do it for myself. So I was super coachable at the beginning. I remember her telling me to have no ego. I remember getting crystal clear on my dreams and my vision and my why and what this could do for me, how it could help us pay off student loan debt, how it could truly transform our family's financial future, how it could allow us more time as a family, how we could travel more, how I could finally put my 2 daughters first. I was a full-time nanny, so I was so blessed to be able to have them with me all the time, but I never got to put them first. This was the opportunity that was going to change everything. My husband and I both had quote-unquote great careers, but we still had credit card debt that was increasing, student loan debt that we couldn't even begin to pay off and touch. And it was just not a very good place to be. Newly married, 2 kids, and just stressed about money all the time, and stressed about not having time together, and not at all living the image that I really so desperately wanted for my family. So I jumped in, and how I built this business. So I'll say, as a result of everything that I'm going to kind of quickly share with you, we now live a life that I only once dreamed of. Nothing is easier now. We definitely have an amazing income with Isagenix. My husband and I are both home full-time now. He's able to golf and pursue his passion of golf every single day. I'm able to spend so much more time with my 2 girls, which actually turned into 3 girls because we were able to bring another baby into our family thanks to the Isagenix income that we've created. And now we're actually pregnant with our 4th, which we don't know if that's a girl yet. But Isagenix changed everything for us from a health perspective, from a relationship with food. For me, I always struggled with my relationship with food, the community, the people, the travel, the finance, the opportunities it's exposed us to, the fact that I would have been caught dead speaking in public, and now I love to share my passion about Isagenix and empowering other women and men to follow their dreams. So it's literally given me my life. So I'm grateful for it forever. So that brings me to, what are some of the tips that I have with sharing Isagenix? So, you know what? I also want to say too, that during the time of getting from when I said, yes, I want to try Isagenix, to where we are today, none of it was easy. I didn't have network marketing experience. I didn't have a crazy social media presence at all. I wasn't even on Instagram. And my Facebook friends, I think I had like 700 Facebook friends. I didn't have this crazy network, and nothing about our Isagenix build has been like easy. I mean, definitely simple to build this business, but it's never been like handed to us and easy and everything happened overnight. It's taken so much sacrifice and hard work and giving up things that in the moment I did not want to give up or miss, but I had that long-term vision. I missed one of my best friend's weddings for an event because I knew that I knew one, that there were going to be things that I had to give up for this to become what I knew it could be for my family. And I've missed dance recitals because I'm willing to miss things once in a while so that I could create that opportunity to get to choose and never have to miss things again if I don't want to. And that now, once in a while, I will miss things because I know that I never want to not give other women and men the opportunity to create a life like we have too. It's all been about sacrifice. And I will tell you too, a lot of times when we were building our Isagenix business, we didn't have any money. Like, we were in ridiculous amounts of credit card debt. We just were not in a great financial place at all. And when I went full-time with Isagenix and took that leap of faith, my husband got let go from his career. So it was really like one of those moments where you decide, what am I going to do? Am I going to really stick to this dream that I have with Isagenix changing my family's life? Or am I going to do the more socially accepted and safe choice and go back to my nanny career, or go find another traditional 9-to-5 job career because I'm worried about putting food on the table for my babies? And when my husband lost his job, and honestly lost it not a great way, he had the rug ripped out from underneath him on a Friday at 3 p.m. where benefits were gone, income was gone. It was devastating for us. We made the decision as a couple that no one was ever going to be able to do that to us again. No one was going to put us in that position to do that again. We were going to not only commit to our Isagenix business, but we were going to do it together so that we could create a life together that we knew we deserved and we knew other people deserved. And for us to be able to explain and show and share, we had to stand in that for ourselves and make this dream and vision that we had become a reality. So there were so many hard moments, and there still are, because the more successful we become, the louder and the bigger the resistance happens in our life to try to knock us down and make us feel like maybe we don't do the right thing. But all of that is noise, that when you're crystal clear on your vision and your dream and your why, that you commit to the work ethic, the grit, the showing up consistently, even when it's not convenient, because the purpose of what you're doing is more important than the things that you have to overcome to get there. And you fall in love with the process of building your Isagenix business and transforming yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. And you fall in love with all of the journey on the way to becoming who you desire to be, becoming the business owner you desire to be. That it's not just about hitting the rank advancement or hitting the star or winning the trip. Although I love all of that stuff, what becomes more important is the journey to achieving all of these different things. Because when you're committed to the process and you're committed to the journey and you're committed to the daily consistent habits and you're committed to doing those things day in and day out and treating this like the true business that it is, it's going to end up transforming your life. And you're going to then begin, when you commit to the journey and you commit to those daily consistent activities and you commit to showing up even when it's hard, it's the last thing that you want to do, that's when you will have the things in your life happen the way that you dream and envision for you. But what happens is we all have these big dreams and these big visions, but the work that we're willing to do isn't necessarily in alignment with what our dreams are. So we are the only ones that can get really crystal clear about the fact that if this is my dream, this is what I say I want, this is the vision I have for myself, for my family, I have to take a real hard look at what I'm willing to do to make that a reality. What am I willing to give up? How am I willing to show up? What am I willing to overcome? What skills am I willing to learn and work at and fail forward, practicing over and over and over and over and over again? What events am I willing to get to? What investment am I willing to make this happen? And we're the only ones who can answer that, because it's easy for all of us to say, we want this over here. But what's not easy is the grit and the commitment and the not quitting on the journey to make that a possibility for ourselves, because it is possible for every single one of us. It's whether we're willing to do the work and show up for ourselves and feel deserving of the work and the commitment that it takes and the skills and the habits. This business doesn't build by just a post on social media and saying, hey, look what I'm doing. It's built by creating relationships and connecting and training and learning and growing yourself and showing up over and over and over and over again, even when you don't see the results that you desire. What happens so often in this business is we have an idea that it's going to happen X, Y, Z. And when things don't happen in X, Y, Z order in the time frame we expect it to happen, we think maybe it's not working, or we think, this might not be for me, or I don't see any results, so clearly what I'm doing is not working, when in reality, everything could be working. This business takes time. Relationships take time to build. Your skills and habits are going to take time for you to get better and transform over time. But what happens is you don't give up along the way. You don't stop doing it just because it's hard and you're not quote unquote good at it. You get better at it as you go. So this is way longer than I thought it would be before I actually got into the content, but I feel like this is definitely sharing a lot of how I built this business. But I'm going to be honest with you, belief, it's like belief and mindset are like really the number one, I don't know if I'd say skill, but one of my focuses, because I know how simple this business can be to build. Make a list, reach out to people on your list, follow up with people on your list, meet new people out and about everywhere you go and add them to your list. Find common ground with those people, add them to your list. Meet more people, add them to your list. Reach out to people, share Isagenix with them, follow up with people, post consistently on social media, continue to post consistently on social media, interact with people on social media, meet new people out and about, share Isagenix with them, add them to your list, reach out to them. It's like the same process over and over and over again. Get to events, increase your skills, have more conversations, perfect your conversations. I actually shouldn't say perfect because there's no perfecting anything, but practice how you have conversations. Practice asking people more questions. Get more confident in your conversations about Isagenix by connecting with people and finding common ground. Have you gone to UIA? Have you gone to the events? They're going to help you shape the skills that you require to build your Isagenix business. It's really not that complicated. It's simple, but it is a lot of hard work. So the belief in the mindset is so important to me because I know that actually building this business is simple, that everyone can build their Isagenix business and everyone can find success if they don't quit. But the belief in the mindset is why people walk away, is why people don't partake in the skills, in the activities to build their business, because it's all in our head. We don't think we're good enough. We're worried about what people are going to think. We're feeling like we're judged. We are comparing ourselves to other leaders and other people that are doing it faster. So it's really honing in on the belief that we have in not only Isagenix, not only the products, not only the leaders and the founders, not only network marketing, which is important, but ourself as a network marketer, ourself as a product user, believing in ourselves, being a product of the product, believing in ourselves, representing Isagenix and being successful, and our mindset around that. That is so important, because when we focus on our belief and our mindset, we're going to have a different energy when we go out to practice the skills that it takes to build your Isagenix business. So where is your belief? How do you feel about yourself and Isagenix and what's possible for you? Because that's so important. Are you grateful? Do you catch yourself saying, oh my gosh, I only cycled one time, or I only cycled 10 times, or I only have a couple customers, when all of that deserves to be celebrated? If we can't be grateful and excited for one cycle, you will find a way to not be grateful and excited about 100 cycles. So it's really finding gratitude and love of the process of becoming the incredible business owner, living into those dreams that you have. So belief and mindset are everything to me, because I know I can give you, everybody wants to know, what do I say? What do I say? What do I do? What do I do? I can tell you exactly what I do, but it's not glamorous and it's not pretty and there's nothing special about it. But you're not going to do it anyways unless you have the belief in yourself, the mindset, amazing energy, but really it's the belief to stick around long enough to live into the dreams and the vision that you have. Working hard day in and day out, falling in love with that process, improving your skills, having more conversations, getting to know people differently, asking series of questions of others, inviting other people to join you. The posture that I have around events, and some people might say that it's pushy or it's dragging people to events. But here's the thing. I know people don't know what they don't know. And I know that events are going to build people's belief around their possibility of being successful in Isagenix. So when I have a conversation with somebody about whether or not they're going to get to an event, it's a non-negotiable in my mind. If you're committed and you tell me you have goals and you share them with me, but then you have reasons and excuses why you can't get to the core 4 events, then I have to be honest with somebody and tell you that that might not be in alignment with the goals that you said that you have. And my job, because I care about you, I care about the goals that you shared with me, is to help you make that happen. Then I can't tell you it's okay to miss UIA and ICU, and NYKO and celebration. I get it, things happen, because I care about your goals and I care about what you shared with me. So events to me are non-negotiable, and I will fight for people who don't understand until they understand if this is for them. So I have and I hold that posture for others. And although some might say, I don't want to offend somebody, I don't want to feel like I'm dragging them, or I don't want to feel like I'm telling them they have to go, when it's our job and our duty to show people what's possible for them, and then be honest and real about what it takes for them to create that dream and that goal that they just shared with us. So I'm hoping that this is helpful for you, because I have so much heart when it comes to your goals and your success in Isagenix. But I also am so real about the fact that it doesn't happen overnight. This is like a 5 to 10 year mindset of really creating a successful business. Can it happen faster? Absolutely. Is speed an amazing way to build your network marketing business? Yes. But will it be quick for everyone? No. But what can happen is you can build this part-time in your life while you learn the skills, while you improve, while you begin to create this incredible legacy in business for yourself and your family. And you can do it over a long period of time, as long as you don't walk away and quit. These products, the reason that I started building my Isagenix business is because when I felt the effects of the Isagenix nutrition, I knew I was going to put this in my body regardless of whether I got paid or not. This is a product that I would never go a day without. You should see our pantry in our home. I believe in the Isagenix nutrition to the core of my being. My children put it in their body every day. I do, my husband, anybody that comes to our house, I definitely give them an opportunity to try it. It's everything to me. So for me, this business was a no-brainer, because if I'm never going to stop putting the nutrition in my body, why would I ever stop building this business? Why would I ever walk away from an opportunity that I could either build extremely slow over a very long period of time and create some extra income here and there, or I could transform my family and create a 6 or 7 figure income if I jumped all in and did everything, put all the cards on the table. It doesn't matter how we do this. It's whether or not we make the commitment and then we do the work, because every journey is going to be different. But if you feel like I do and you are obsessed with the products and the nutrition, become obsessed with the process. Become obsessed with the journey of literally learning the skills to build your business and transforming other people's lives one day at a time. And become obsessed with the fact that every day you move forward in your Isagenix business, every time you attend an event, every time you have another conversation, every time you hear another no, every time you grow past the obstacles and the hard times that you faced, you are truly becoming the best version of yourself. Fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of yourself so that you can honestly live into those dreams and that vision that you have, become an incredible business owner, create an incredible income for yourself and your family, and transform and impact thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of other people's lives. Because let me tell you, I'll leave you with this. When Joanna met me in Aruba, I didn't know her, we didn't know each other. When we exchanged Facebook information, we both had no idea what was going to happen in the future for us. When she started sharing Isagenix, she had no idea that I was watching her. But I was silently praying for a solution, for something to change my family's life. And when Joanna showed up anyways, when she showed up, when she didn't know who was waiting on the other side, who was watching her, she showed up and she continued to show up through all of the obstacles and hard things that she goes through. And then because she showed up, I got the confidence to reach out to her finally and have her share Isagenix with me, which changed my life forever. I can't imagine if Joanna had stopped showing up. So think about the next time it's hard for you or you don't feel like doing the work, or you are questioning whether or not you're good enough for this, or that this is for you. Think about the fact that there could be a me on the other side of your social media, on the other side of that conversation of saying hello in the grocery store, at the soccer field, or at the gym, silently suffering and praying for a solution like Isagenix to show up. Because you have that gift, you have that power to impact and transform other people's lives by falling in love with the process and not quitting on yourself and your business and your dreams and your vision and doing the work. So hopefully that was helpful. See you in the event soon.